What's going on, guys? Love Smash here. We're back with a new video today, and this one is going to be my top 5 picks for character cuts in the upcoming Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. And I say top 5 because Sakurai has already said that not every character is going to make the jump from Brawl to number 4, and you're going to have to make some cuts somewhere. And since there were 5 in Melee for Brawl, I think it'd be a good idea to choose 5 that aren't going to be in number 4. And just so you know, these are all going to be Brawl characters. And besides the top 5, I also want to talk about 2 characters where I think their moveset should be changed, and I also want to talk about 1 character that could either be coming back, replaced altogether, or just tweaked a little bit, but that'll be in the end of the video. But for now, before I get into it, I just want to say, when you do a video like this, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to hate your ideas, and a lot of people that are going to love them. It's based if you use the character, but I'm going on history, popularity of the character, and all the other things mixed in when I made my choices. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so starting with the first choice, I think that R.O.B. I love R.O.B. personally, but not as a fighter in Super Smash Bros. I mean, you got the Villager and the Wii Fit Trainer coming in now in number 4, and they're kind of like taking that role of characters who aren't fighters becoming fighters. And, I mean, R.O.B. was good. He had his whole thing in Subspace Emissary and the storyline, and it was kind of, he was like a random, like, no one expected him to come in this game at all. So I think, like, he had his glory, and, like, R.O.B. is not even a character. He's a part of a Nintendo, he's a product. He's not a, he's like an accessory to the NES. He wasn't actually a video game character, per se. And I think he had his moment in Brawl. He had all the good things going, but if cuts are going to be made, I feel this is pretty much it for R.O.B. Like, he had his glory, now it's time to replace him with somebody else. So, I think he's my first choice to be gone. Now, moving on to number 2, a lot of people might get mad, but I don't think Snake is coming back for number 4. I mean, he was that character that nobody even expected to be in Brawl when he was announced. It was just like a weird thing. It built hype and everything. It was crazy to see that. He was a great addition, but at the same time, I don't think, with Mega Man coming in now, and Sonic returning, and possibly even a Namco character coming in as a third-party character, if that's even a possibility, I don't think there's room for Snake. And it's a different thing by, like, him and Mega Man, because Sakurai went to Capcom and he said, I want to put him in Smash Brothers, but the guy who made Metal Gear Solid begged Sakurai to put him in, and he was going to be in Melee, but it was too far in development, so he got his chance in Brawl, and I feel like Snake's time is up. Like, he was great and everything, but again, cuts not gotta be made here. Now, moving on to number 3, we have Ike. I mean, it kind of follows the same thing. I mean, yes, he was a badass character, and so was Roy, but Roy got cut and replaced by Ike, and it seems like they're going to do the same thing with Chrom now, with the new Fire Emblem game out. You have Marth, you bring in another Fire Emblem guy who's new, and yes, Ike was cool. He had his moment, everyone loved him, but they've done that in the past few games, so it looks like Ike's moment is gone, and here comes Chrom coming in. It could be the girl Lucia, whatever her name is, but it seems like Chrom will get the nod over her. Now coming into number 4 here, we have Lucas. Lucas originally was supposed to replace Ness in Melee, but it was too far into development, so they just went with Ness again. But now it looks like Ness has always been a staple. He's since the first one, he's been in the past 3, and Lucas was added in Brawl, but he's pretty much the same character as Ness, compared to like a few different moves, same Final Smash and everything, and he was really only put in there to promote Mother 3 that came out in 06, but now it's 8 years later, and I really, personally, I don't think that Mother needs 2 reps. I think Ness is more than enough, and I think Lucas, it's time for him to go. I know people love Lucas and everything, they're going to say that, but I think this is it for him. And up to number 5 is the final pick, is Wolf. Yes, Wolf is a villain, which Smash Bros. Needs, and everyone wants more villains, but at the same time, he's just another variation of Fox. He's just a heavier version. Do you need Fox, Falco, and Wolf all with the same moveset? No, you really don't. And the way the Star Fox series has been handled over the past few years, they haven't had a new game since 2008, and I'm not counting the one that came out, the 64 version for the 3DS, the new version, that doesn't really count. So I feel like maybe he could just be replaced by maybe a new Fox character, or just cut them all together and just have Falco and Fox, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But Wolf is the final pick to be cut. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about two characters that I think need their movesets changed. And those two are going to be Falco and Ganondorf. First off with Falco, I loved him back when he was in Melee. His moveset was great, and they kind of like screwed it up in Brawl, so if he could return to that and maybe get a different Final Smash would be great. And with Ganondorf, he needs a different moveset than Captain Falcon. He can't just be a clone of him. Change up the moveset, do that with him, give him some magic moves or a sword or something, and then you'll be good for those two characters. And moving on to, let's talk about the one character I wanted to delve into that could be replaced or changed, and that one is going to be the Pokemon Trainer. There's many things you could do here with the Pokemon Trainer. You could either have him return, since X and Y is hot right now. You can have him come back with Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard, and maybe give him a skin for the female Pokemon Trainer. Number two, you can change him with a new generation of Pokemon, and I'm going to put my video up if you want to see my choices for a 6th generation Pokemon Trainer. Or you can just cut them all together and replace them with another Pokemon, kind of like Mewtwo or somebody like that, depending on what their preference is going to be. You got Lucario back, Pikachu is there, Jigglypuff is coming back probably because she's one of the original 12, and there's always been 4 Pokemon reps, so it's just a question of one of those 3 of what they would do. Personally, I'd like to see the original Gen 1 Pokemon Trainer back, but they could switch it to have a Gen 6 Pokemon in there, to the Gen 6 trainer with his 3 guys, or they could just bring Mewtwo back, because a lot of people want him back, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, comment on it, let me know your thoughts on these cut ideas and everything else, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'm also going to put my other videos in here and in the description if you want to check them out. If you guys want to see my top 10 picks, my top 10 with my my big analysis of why I chose those picks, Gen 6 Pokemon Trainer and Mewtwo coming back, Lucario's return, one of my Little Mac videos, there's 2 of them, check them out, my assist trophy ideas, my alternate skin and costumes video, and don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching, and let me know. Have a good day, guys.